So, we talked about starting a different quest at the end of yesterday, but I decided that since we half started the Batman Dark Knight, whatever the Diluc was calling himself quest, I'm gonna finish that to start today. I mean, that game wasn't even about the Teferi, right? It was a Teferi into a Kraken into a Narset into a Farewell. Like, the Teferi was like, not the problem. It was just like, there was actually just no blinks that happened there.
Huffman!
Oh, it's you two. Thank you for coming. So, the Dark Knight Hero.
Dark Knight
Do you
Hero.
have anything else you're able to share with me?
Ask what's going on.
Yes, of course I should fill you in first. Apologies for my appalling lapse of etiquette. The situation is... Here, take a look at this.
Jeez, what horrible handwriting. Let me take a closer look. Huh? Some parts of this seem to be complete gibberish.
Indeed. Although this is written in the common tongue, it appears that a cipher has been used in many places. Nevertheless, one can grasp the general message from the non-ciphered portions alone. This is a war declaration from the Abyss Order to the Dark Knight Hero.
Does that mean the bad guys want the Dark Knight Hero to go away forever and ever?
That sounds like
something
Paimon.
like that. Thus, we are hoping to contact him as soon as possible so that we can attempt to coordinate a response. After all, this matter no longer concerns merely the Dark Knight Hero himself. It impacts the entire city of Mondstadt. If you find out anything at all, come and find me.
I assume I go ahead and tell Diluc now.
A war declaration sent by the Abyss Order? This is not good news at all for Master Diluc. Quick, we should go tell him right away.
Build our stamina up before we jump off the cliff, Chip. Whee. This is the wrong one. We're gonna click through this real quick. That's not the person I meant to talk to. This is a side quest we've accidentally clicked into. Oh gosh. Oh no, I thought she was taking it with us. No, I wanna do the other quest we were doing.
Master Diluc! Just now, we were at the Knights of Avonius, and...
I take it you're about to inform me of the war declaration from the Abyss Order. I'm aware of it, though I appreciate you for taking the trouble to come all this way.
What?
The Dawn Winery's intelligence network extends beyond commercial matters.
Great! So, what's the plan, Master Diluc?
My winery has an intelligence network attached to it as well, chat. They're common practice.
I'm open to suggestions. No. That would be playing right into the hands of the Abyss Order. They know full well that we don't exactly see eye to eye. They're using this as a means to force me into making an appearance. If my identity were exposed, all my future activities would be subject to some degree of interference from the Knights.
Thanks for introducing me to Genshin. Now I don't sleep and even downloaded it to mobile and take it to work. Very relatable to the stream title. What's going on, Great Packs? Listen, I'm not saying I do my dailies and then spend half hour to an hour searching for materials every single day, but that might happen, you know? It's a fun, relaxing sort of game, though, right? Like, I never walk away from a session of Genshin feeling annoyed or tilted like I do with card games, so it's a therapeutic style game, really.
After all, No powerful organization wishes to be outdone by someone from the outside.
Ooh, the Abyss Orders really dealt you a tough hand this time. What a sneaky little bunch those guys are.
There is a way, but for it to work, I need some more information. Specifically, I need to decipher the obscured portions of the Abyss Order's war declaration.
Obscured portions? You mean the bits Paimon can't read?
It must be a cipher only understood by members of the Abyss Order, used to spread messages within the organization.
Why would they send you a written message that only they can read? That's a good question.
It's not simply a war declaration, but also a notification to their own. When you take a stand that makes you a hero to one party, you also become a villain to the other. And since I've been the Abyss Order's enemy for so long, they've made me the target around which they can rally their troops and unite their strength.
Wow, seems like it takes a lot of brains to be a superhero, huh?
And a lot of money.
I understand my enemy well, is all. As the saying goes, heroes and villains are two sides of the same coin.
So what are we gonna do about the intel that's written in gibberish then? How do we un-gibberishify it?
Simple. When you don't understand something, you ask. I've already tracked down one of their strongholds. If you're interested, feel free to come along.
There's a bunch of shiny stuff. Can we rob the winery? Bunch of books, Chip. Don't mind me, Mr. Diluc. Just borrowing some reading material.
This is the place. Abandoned ruins like these are precisely the kind of place the Abyss Order likes to camp out.
Hey, Paimon's
Come
not
on.
here.
There's no time to lose.
The trials we're doing for the free materials. Yeah, at some point. Oh, these give you characters to do the trials with. Yeah, I went through and did a bunch of these one day. I think I didn't bring the right character at one point. I did a bunch of these dungeons and stuff. So, if I would have had my party with my Diluc in it, would we just have 2 Dilucs on our roster?
All hail! Animal test 6308. Judgment! Hold the line! You can't run!
Hey, Erdian. Thanks for the 51 months. Yeah, staff's been great. We're going to be doing Snap over on the YouTube side tonight, by the way. So if you're into my stuff over there, be sure to drop by on the Hooklandia Snap channel about 8:30 tonight, is my plan.
Mark 2! Stand clear! Hold the line! You can't run! For Rex Lapis!
I think the free Diluc's a little stronger than mine, shit. Oh, we can break those. Chesty, please.
Absorption test. Rest and rebuild. Judgment. Yeah. Yeah. No touching. Animal test 6308. Judgment. Yeah. Allow me. You can't run.
Guess like free food, free characters always taste better. Ooh, we got friends.
This is long overdue.
I wasn't gonna press another button here, but
Absorption test.
we have some friends coming in.
How did you find me here, Favonian scum?
I am no knight of Favonius. Now start talking. Your plan. What is it?
I see you received our letter. But if you think I'm going to let you in on our secrets, I'm afraid you're quite mistaken.
These guys have big minions energy, Chip.
You appear to have misunderstood the situation you're in.
Burn him with Searing Hand. He really is Batman, Chip.
Did you just use a pyro vision to shoot fire from your hands? It burns!
Let's see how long it takes for you to crack.
Stop! Stop! Please! Bane, I beg you! Make it stop! I'll talk. I'll talk. Ow, ow, ow! Please, stop! I'll tell you everything. Disorder. We've amassed a force bound by a shared hatred for the Dark Knight hero.
E for extra torture sessions. Whatever voice modifier they have going on here is really something.
They will march on the Mondstadt city gates at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. That's everything I know. Please, don't make me suffer those flames again.
That's it? Well, I doubt you'd be foolish enough to keep anything else hidden.
Chesty, please.
Now that I have the information I need, I must prepare. I would be grateful if you could keep me updated on how the Knights of Favonius respond to this matter.
Yes, Master Diluc, sir. Anything you say, Master Diluc, sir.
Why are you acting so strange all of a sudden?
She saw the torture.
In light of what just went down here a moment ago, Master Diluc has officially reached #1 on Paimon's People Not to Tick Off Under Any Circumstances list.
Emergency food needs some crisping. Yeah, exactly.
If we do not make contact with the Dark Knight hero soon... Ah, it's you two. I must admit, this issue of the Dark Knight hero is proving to be something of a headache. We've just held a meeting to decide on an appropriate course of action. Can you guess what it is?
Bury our heads firmly in the sand. Let's give them the benefit of the
That
doubt.
would send a signal that the Knights are in favor of the Dark Knight's hero's continued presence in our city, which we are not. Encouraging this kind of individual heroism undermines the Knights' authority.
Oh, well, what's the plan then?
Find out the Dark Knight hero's true identity and offer him our protection.
Protection? He seems to be doing just fine without your protection so far, you know.
Well, since you've aided the Knights in the past, I might as well just tell you. The offer of protection is just a ruse in order for the Knights of Favonius to take over full and exclusive responsibility for this matter.
You aren't gonna let the Dark Knight hero be all heroic and stuff? Why not?
Believe that the cops would go and just lie to Diluc like that, chat? I'm shocked.
Firstly, to show the might of the Knights of Favonius, to prove to the people that without the Dark Knight hero, they can still rely on the Knights to maintain peace and harmony. Secondly, the Abyss Order have no mercy in their hearts. If anything happened to the Dark Knight hero, it would only serve to further their nefarious ambitions.
Gosh, Paimon never knew the life of a knight involved so much untold anguish before.
But none of this will work if we don't establish the Dark Knight hero's true identity in time.
There's no need to despair, Huffman. Just follow my plan, and everything will be fine.
Captain Kaya.
Lately, Master Diluc has been working the bar at the Angel's Share every night. All I need you to do is keep him in your sight. Think you can manage that for me?
Yes, Captain Kaya. But does that mean that Master Diluc is the Dark Knight hero?
Who knows? It's just a hunch. I've been known to be wrong on occasion.
Let's be honest, chat. If Batman were more realistic, everybody would know it was Bruce Wayne.
Of the Knights of Favonius today. But Paimon doesn't understand. How is Kaya so sure he knows who the Dark Knight hero is? We need to get to the winery and tell Master Diluc as soon as Paimonly possible.
As soon as Paimonly possible. What type of creature is Paimon? She does float. Does she not just use vision to float? Is she actually some kind of mythical creature? Because our characters are mostly human, right? I guess some of us are like, Ginyu is Adepti. Or Adeptus, one of the two. We still don't know what Paimon is. Alright. Do we know she's not human?
Master Diluc, Paimon has something important to tell you.
Yes, about Kaya. I should have known he would see this as the perfect opportunity to get back at me.
Sounds like there's a bit of bad blood between you guys then.
I shan't get into that now. More importantly, the Knights of Favonius are responding more or less as I had anticipated. All we need to do now is think of a counterplan. That won't work. It will only arouse the Knights' suspicion if I don't show up as they're expecting. That's what Kaya is counting on.
So what are we gonna do?
Patience. Let me think for a moment. If they intend to monitor me, then so be it. We can use this to create the perfect alibi.
What's an alabla? An alibi?
If you want to find out, maybe you can do me a small favor first.
Oh, come on! Why do you love cliffhangers so so much?
In Mondstadt, mist flowers are most commonly found in a region just northwest of the winery. If you could gather some for me, I'd be most grateful. I will make other preparations here in the meantime.
Are mist flowers something we've been picking up, chat? Let's find out. Oh, we have to leave the winery. Give 4 mist flowers to Diluc. We did already have them, chat. Nailed it. I'm a little treasure goblin when I play solo off stream, so lots of stuff.
You're back. Allow me to introduce the winery's master brewer.
Yes, we are back.
So many mist flowers. Great. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
So, are you certain the equipment can withstand this level of purity?
Oh my goodness. The winery owner himself is addressing me directly. Don't worry, sir. It is always my honor to serve you, even if it means risking my life.
Risking his life?
Huh? What's so life-threatening about this?
Please, excuse me. I must get to work.
What's he gonna do with a bunch of mist flowers?
Long story short, a few days ago, the winery was experimenting with some new flavors. They wanted to see if mist flower can truly add a crisp and refreshing taste. Sure enough, they discovered that the flower's extract is truly potent.
So the new batch is selling like hotcakes?
No, not potent in terms of attracting customers, but slimes. Slimes need to extract elemental energy to survive. For them, this substance is simply irresistible. So I thought to myself, I wonder how much trouble I could cause now that I know this.
Yikes! What was that noise?
Oh, cold. So cold. Oh, Master Diluc. Purification complete, sir. But the equipment is...
Marvelous work. Don't fret about the equipment. I shall have my butler order more immediately.
Marvelous! Jolly ho!
A butler
Speaking,
and a
somebody
winemaker,
fetch
chat.
the butler. Paimon never knew you had to be so well-spoken to get a job in the alcohol industry.
This is what I was talking about. Mist flower extract. Or, for our purposes, elemental bait.
Wow! It really has a strong elemental whiff. Can we test it out?
Sprinkle a little on the ground over there. Careful, just a small amount.
And then... that's it? How long does it take before... Holy moly, it really does attract slimes! And even more than we expected.
It appears the potency is greater than anticipated. We'd better get rid of them before they wreak havoc on the manor.
Stand clear. Rest and rebuild. Yeah.
Warframe's coming. I like how we're like destroying plants as we go too.
You can't run.
Oh, there's bigger ones.
All hail. Hold the line. Judgment.
This thing is chunky. What goes through the brown elemental shields, Chip?
Judgment. Yeah.
Geo breaks Geo. Okay, I wouldn't have anticipated that, but sure. Good to know. Oh, heavier weapons work better too? That's interesting, I didn't realize that. Oh, I hate the...
Absorption test. Animal hypostasis emulation. Rusty rebuild. Stand clear. Yeah. Absorption test.
Oh, overloading does a lot more, huh? Oh yeah, that's a good chunk. I always forget I need to use that more inside of combat.
Yeah. You can't run. Ooh, such a powerful effect from such a small amount of extract. At least we didn't go picking wildflowers for nothing. All right, so can you tell us what your plan is now, Master Diluc?
Yes, the plan is... And so, I expect it to all go down without a hitch.
Oh yes, we'll execute that perfectly.
Are you sure it will work? You're the only person in the plan.
I have
Okay, that doesn't
persevered
surprise
alone
me.
from the start. Now, I alone must face what lies ahead.
Well, if you already made up your mind. But until that moment comes, we can still help you out where we can. Isn't that right?
I am indeed indebted to you. I shall see you at the tavern, as per the plan.
Well, at least we know what part of the plan is now.
Evening to meet Master Diluc at the tavern.
Yeah, the only thing I don't love about this freeze team that I have is that I have to like switch to Diluc when I want to farm or mine stuff because of the claymore needed. Until 1700.
Greetings, Mr. Huffman of the Knights of Favonius. To what do I owe the pleasure at this hour?
Hey, Akrosai, thank you for the 37 months. Really appreciate you re-upping the Prime. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
Oh, nothing. I'm merely procrastinating. I thought I might indulge myself with a beverage or two. Ah, Traveler. Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, we were in the mood for an evening stroll.
What would you like to drink?
I'll have a dandelion wine, I suppose.
Ooh, Paimon wants apple juice. Aw, but Paimon forgot to bring her coin pouch. Do you have any more on you?
Apologies. We do not give credit here.
Well, in that case, let this be my treat.
No need. We'll be back in a jiffy.
I can't give up.
Huffman showed up just as expected. Okay, remember the plan? Go to the city's side gate and place the elemental bait. Whoa! You used all of it! This is gonna be pretty epic. Yikes! Here comes the slimes! Quick, let's get to the tavern before anyone spots us!
I like how we're laying siege to the city with slimes as a distraction. That seems helpful.
Captain Kaya is no doubt a formidable knight, but he also brings us more than his share of hassle. No, this isn't right. I should not be talking about my superior in such a manner. If he were to overhear me...
We're back! Is my apple juice ready?
One moment.
Hey, Shiro Tears. Thanks for the prime. Appreciate the 15 months. Good afternoon.
Mr. Huffman! Mr. Huffman! A situation at the side gate! Everyone to the side gate!
What is it? What happened?
It's... slimes, Mr. Huffman.
Slimes. You see them all the time. What's the big panic?
We do, but... Sir, there are more slimes out there now than all the slimes I've seen in my life added together.
Protecting your secret for some minor damage to the city is reasonable, is billionaire thinking at its finest. Yeah, basically.
Whoa.
Surely this couldn't be the Abyss Order's secret weapon. But I have another matter to attend to here.
Oh? The matter of your dandelion wine?
No, that's not what I meant.
So this is how the Knights of Favonius conduct themselves in a crisis. The Abyss Order is encroaching on the city gates, and your response is to sit here drinking wine? It's like I've always said, the Knights are not to be trusted.
Master Diluc is right. My conduct here has been... I shall set off at once. But first, may I have a quiet word?
He's gonna ask us to watch him.
Shh, keep your voice down. I presume you know what this is about. Please watch Diluc for me. Do not let him leave under any circumstances. I must head to the side gate, but I'll be back shortly. I'm counting on you.
Good. That's him out of the way.
Everything's going according to plan.
I must get going too. I won't have a second to spare if I'm to be back in time.
I can't give up.
I hate that you can't back out of dialogue right away when you accidentally click on them. You gotta click through a couple.
Even if you are a close friend.
And we're gonna make some pretty colors for this Abyss Order mage chip.
Ah, there you are. Dealing with you will be the easy part.
This is a very anime cutscene chip.
Hold the line. For Rex Lapis.
Verdict is...
Born of ice and frost. Allow me. Shiver.
Hey, friends.
This is long overdue. Judgment. Classic Master Diluc. Not a baddie left standing.
Nothing more than a few hilly churls. No time to chat. I don't know how long those slimes will keep Huffman occupied. Best get back to the tavern.
Glad that's settled. Let's get back to the tavern. You think Huffman is back yet?
That was the fight that made everybody want Diluc at the game's release. Yeah, that makes sense. He definitely sold him well. How many characters did this game released with initially? How many? 4 and 5 stars?
It seems Huffman hasn't yet returned. We made it in time.
The situation is sorted now. I never expected that the Abyss Order's army would turn out to be nothing more than a few slimes.
That is a surprise. Perhaps the Knight's true calling is to be slime exterminators. Who knows? Domestic pest control may turn out to be a more valuable use of your resources.
54 according to the wiki. That's a pretty good lineup.
Master Diluc, please, have you no respect at all?
Oh, is it 54 now? Yeah, it would be different at release, right, viewer?
How come you're sweating so much? You didn't leave, did you?
Just did some squats. No, it's warm in
Is
here.
it? But if that's the case, why are you also out of breath?
Uh-oh. Huffman is getting suspicious.
Excuse me, sir. Might I be so bold as to inquire, did you see Master Diluc, today's bartender, did you see him leave just now?
21 at release, including the Traveler, and 6 of those were 5 stars. Okay, so they've over doubled their lineup then. It's a pretty good release rate.
Yikes. He's asking other customers. We're done for.
Hopefully they're drunk, Chip.
Master Diluc? Why, no. He's been behind the bar this entire time.
I see.
Mr. Huffman, your dandelion wine. You ought to get back after this. Send my regards to the rest of the knights.
Oh, never mind. I must be going. I should report back. Here, take this as a token of my esteem. How odd.
Whew, that was too close. Paimon was sure we were toast.
I foresaw this eventuality. So, all the guests here tonight, save you two, are my own people from the Dawn Winery.
They're all in on it?
Not all of them. Or should I say, not all of us.
Kaya, where did you come from?
I just picked a good spot to quietly sit and watch the show.
What? You've been here this whole time?
Correct. The Dark Knight Hero's Alibi. I think it's my favorite chapter so far. More intriguing than a fine wine.
So, you plan to report everything to the Knights of Favonius?
I feel like there's some tension between these two, Chip.
Come now, Diluc. You know me better than that. I have no interest in exposing secrets. I was just curious to see how far Mondstadt's Dark Knight hero would really go. And you did not disappoint.
I have nothing to prove to you.
Oh, naturally. I must say, though, one thing I didn't see coming is that the mighty Dark Knight hero would actually need help from other people.
Sorry, we're closing. Please see yourselves out.
All right, all right. I have no further need of wine to entertain myself tonight in any case. Just one last thing before I go.
It had better be the very last thing.
I feel strangely comforted by the fact you now have an assistant, Diluc. I hope you all have a wonderful night.
Five weeks seems like a good rate for patch times in terms of adding new content and stuff. They just hate each other's hair color. They are conflicting elements, right?
What was all that about?
Don't mind him. Thank you for all your help with this matter. This is a token of my gratitude.
Wow! Thanks, Master Diluc.
I'm in the habit of working alone, but I did enjoy having your assistance this time. In the future, if there's anything you ever need, you can come to me for help.
Okay, so that wraps that one. We still got plenty of time to game today, though. Was it... Is it this one? We will be reunited. Hear from Ganyu and Land that the treasure hoarders of Mondstadt and Liu have banded together. I think this is what we need to do, right? Because the path through the storm is where we want to go eventually. We need to do be reunited. Servers are up for 2.5 hours. Yes, I'll be done before then, so that's perfect. Alright, want to go to some runes. Oh, what's this? Oh, I have story quests. Oh, hey, we can unlock this one. And I have 3 keys, so we should probably unlock it. We'll do these eventually. These are all voiced and stuff, right? Or did I just toggle the other quest over? I did. Let's fix that. Oh, that's a pretty far travel. Need to head to there. Close-ish waypoint.
Where do you think you're going? We need to get back right away.
It's actually not that far. Oh wait, is that gonna be up there and I'm floating down? Like I have to climb back up. Mistakes were made. No wait, it says down? Yeah, the sound design in this game definitely slaps. Recommended elements, ice. Got a couple of those. Couple, 2, 3.
There are signs of treasure hoarder activity here. They must have come to these ruins. Let's go deeper inside. Paimon sure hopes Ganyu's information is reliable. There aren't many guards here. Looks like their plan to draw away the Abyss Order's forces really worked. No touching. Lights out. You can't run. Animal test 6308. More signs that a treasure hoarder was here. This should be the right direction. But why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins? Be careful now. Paimon's right behind you.
Our dungeons have traps in them now, Chip. They dead? There's a lot of blood on the walls.
This looks like a person. Could it be the Grand Thief? Why is he in that position? Is he praying to something? That's... Why is the statue of the Seven hanging upside down? And the statue's hands... Paimon remembers they're normally holding an orb, right? But this statue is holding... What is that? Paimon has a really bad feeling about this. And the Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch. Do you think he's... Hello? Are you okay, mister?
No reaction or sign of breathing.
He's dead. Paimon doesn't feel so good. Let's get out of here, and fast! We should report back to Ganyu and Lan. Ah! Now what? We can't stay here! Quick, run!
Whoa, okay, so you can't get hit by any of the bubbles, Chip. Third time's a charm.
Rest and rebuild!
I assume we're running on anime time here with no timer, so I'm gonna stop in. Heal our friends up a little bit. Oh, that's a new one.
You cannot spy on the secrets of the Abyss. You have come here. You have seen our secrets. For this, you must pay the price. As a herald, I will mete out your punishment.
An Abyss Herald?
Monster attracting with Dane.
Dainsleif. Oh, I thought you were just a couple of pests that stumbled in here by mistake. So, you are with Dainsleif, that constant annoyance in our affairs. Did he send you here to die? His resistance against the Abyss has gone nowhere for a long time. There is nothing you can do to change the tide. The Abyss is unstoppable.
What is this power? I've never seen it before. Careful, please don't get cocky. Stay clear. Keep judgment. Access denied. Rest and rebuild. What a nuisance. Next on the... For Rex Lapis. Absorption test. Judgment. Shiver.
see. So it's you. You are the one. In that case, I shall stay here no longer.
That seems like a useful skill to have.
What a tough battle. Are you okay? Oh, such a strong enemy. Who knew the Abyss Order had monsters this powerful among them? Huh? What is it? What are you... Oh, right, yeah. We're near the exit now. Let's get out of this scary place before something even more dangerous shows up.
Traveler and Paimon swiftly leave the ruins. I like how they cutscene things like this on occasion.
So, we meet again. A little sooner than I had expected.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems you just experienced something quite strange. Could it be that you encountered an Abyss Herald in those ruins?
His whole get-up chat, his chic is very similar to the Herald.
Huh? How did you know that?
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well.
Traveler tells Danes about the strange statue and deceased
An
thief.
inverted statue of the Seven, holding abyssal power in its hands. No, I have never seen such a thing during my time fighting the Abyss, though I have had my suspicions. Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruin depths filled with abyssal power, and then?
Oh, his cape does have stars like Paimon's. I had noticed that.
And then, as we got close to the exit, an Abyss Herald suddenly appeared and blocked our way. We fought a big battle with that thing. Maybe it hasn't gotten too far yet.
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed. Come, let's catch up to it.
Let's go! A rare opportunity? With Dane helping out, maybe we'll be able to solve more mysteries about the Abyss.
I really need to, one of these evenings, go through and grab more of the waypoints in this this region. Couple that would have made us walk less today. Most of Mondstadt open at this point. Oh, do waypoints give you a little bit of gems? Hopefully we can stop and grab it. This one right here after this quest.
Let's move out. Rust and reave it, yeah! Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal module 7.
Oh wait, this is no, that's not ice one. That's a water one.
This is long overdue. No touching. Absorption test.
It's convenient that the Guardian hasn't woken up while we're sitting here.
Hold the line. Animal test 6308. Animal hypostasis emulation. Absorption test. Judgment. Punishment. Those abyss mages just now. Were they trying to ambush us?
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
Oh, The Traveler here seems to like doing that a lot too.
They do have good loot.
Looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits, you know, that kind of stuff.
They wouldn't be searching for such ordinary objects. In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely because abyss mages often come out from that ruin to explore. They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain valuable object to take back to the ruins. However, they look disappointed, so it would seem they haven't found it yet.
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these monsters of the abyss, but I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance to the entire Abyss Order. One cannot discover the truth behind it through interrogation. Or rather, these Abyss mages likely fear something else, much more than they do a painful interrogation.
Probably the creepy statue from the ruins.
Paimon is getting goosebumps thinking about all of this.
Alright, we shouldn't waste too much time here. Let's continue our search.
Stop and grab this waypoint while we're here. It's close-ish. Yeah, the ice shields for the freeze team are real annoying. Sucrose gets the job done eventually, and Kokome keeps her alive to do so, but it's not great. That's fine. This team makes fighting the larger enemies super easy. She just keep them in place and knock them out. Hey, look, there's a thing up there. Element 1, element 2. Everybody get in the circle.
Enhanced animal module 75. Stand clear. Judgment.
Oh hey, there was a bigger thing in there too, Chad. It just couldn't move.
This is long overdue.
That's the beauty of the freeze team. You're like, oh wait, there was a thing there and it just didn't matter.
Hold the line. Absorption test. Animal hypostasis emulation. You can't run. Punishment. No touching.
Yeah, Genshin's combat being combo focused is really great.
Judgment. Wow. Besides the Abyss Order, Ruin Guards sure are active around here. Seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's often a bunch of Ruin Guards roaming around too. Is that just a coincidence? Or...
There are no coincidences in the world. Everything is the fruit of seeds planted long ago.
Free will is a lie, sheeple, wake up!
Just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just waiting for those seeds to sprout. Forget it. Just some needless musings. The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means incidental. Rather, they are both branches that have grown out and up from the same roots below.
branches? Roots? What do you mean exactly?
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago. Khaenri'ah.
Huh? Conrad? shards are left over from after the destruction of that nation? Oh, speaking of Conria, that's really a super ancient name. Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago, the nation of Conria was...
Do I know about Conria, though, chat?
Huh?
I have memories of Conria. Oh, are we like in stasis or
You
something?
have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine, so I shall not pry into yours. But, if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Conria you saw, what was it like?
I'm not gonna pry, but also tell me. Sea of Flames they saw 500 years ago, and the god they embattled.
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that unknown god first.
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteorite.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question is, how long before you?
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Conria plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called Tevat?
The destruction of Conria? She said that?
That's what I heard at the time. That's a good take on it. Just because you think you heard it doesn't mean it's what you actually heard.
That destruction you witnessed, that's history from 500 years ago. It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
Huh. So your sister must have understood this world better than you did, because she woke up first.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path, so you couldn't escape.
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Conria. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Tevat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago must be the war that ended Conria. Am I right?
I like how he's speculating back to us, re-explaining the scene. That's a good storytelling device.
If that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past few months. Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from all around Mondstadt and Lille, but you told Paimon they were useless. So, the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Conria so you could find your sister?
Second most promising lead after looking for the seven.
Oh, yeah. You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to find a nation that was destroyed 500 years ago?
Clearly we need a parallel timeline to jump back.
I probably know more about Conria than both of you. Conria was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
And they had technology like these rune guards, I assume.
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
The gods being petty and vindictive that the humans were thriving without them sounds on point.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Conria. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits.
But the next time I see Ventir Zogli...
Let's keep moving. I will tell you more of what you want to know as we continue our search.
I can't decide if beating this with the spear is faster than loading Diluc out or not. Did it even drop anything? Did it automatically pick it up or did it drop nothing? I think this one looks the quickest.
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mages.
We are AR-36 still moves. Afternoon.
Bane was just saying how these ancient machines are from Conria. So, did Conria have a lot of ruins that needed to be guarded?
Well, they probably weren't runes that they were guarding at that point.
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. No one called them that 500 years ago. These Ruin Guards were known as Field Tillers by the people of Conria.
Field tillers? What a strange name.
They were farming equipment? So what's with the lethal weapons?
It's not like you think. Field Tiller was just a code name. The people of Conria like to give code names to their weapons. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood. This is how the Field Tiller came about.
Sounds a lot like the humans I know.
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling. Paimon doesn't think it's a very positive interpretation.
After the destruction of Conria, these masterless field tillers went completely out of control. They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to every corner of Tevat. Perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time, they found their way to various ruins across the land, where they lie dormant.
Well, that sounds so sad. Yeah, Paimon thinks you've been doing a real good job of that.
It's a humanitarian effort to end their suffering.
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much to you. But no matter their past, all that remains of them now is the danger they pose. So destroy them all.
On it, bud.
For Rex Lapis.
One little AoE, two little AoEs, three little AoEs. Doot, doot.
Animo test 6308. Stand clear. You can't run. Access denied. Let's move out. Enhanced animal module. All hail.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think you were gonna get to move today? I like how Ganyu's Unite move is just like always uptime, basically. And then naturally the one who survived was the one that had the ice shield.
Stand clear. You can't run. Huh? This abyss base dropped a talisman. Could it be a communication of some kind?
Yield, Tiller, Tipper, knocking them all down.
This talisman seems connected to the Abyss Herald. But why would an Abyss Mage be carrying it? Perhaps it really does contain information about their operation.
But Paimon can't read the writing on it. Is that the script of Conria?
Engulf the faith of an enemy in flame, and bring glory to Her Highness the Princess.
What? Is that what it says?
Loom of Fate initial operation.
The princess. Okay, so shot in the dark, our character and our sister were in charge of the city that was destroyed by the gods.
They, the Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The keyword here is Loom of Fate.
Because we seem to have power above and beyond a lot of the other human casters in the world, so that could be a thing.
It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather, are still conducting preliminary tests.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-weaving machine? From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting, those eerie ruins are super likely to be related to this fate-weaving operation. So, Dane, what message does this talisman contain?
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation. But some parts are difficult to understand.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osile, Overlord of the Vortex.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean?
Just crushed by the Jade Chamber.
What do they want with Osile?
I thought he wasn't supposed to come back for a little while.
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror incident. Though you may not have been aware of it at the time, you were thwarting an Abyss Order operation similar to this one.
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge ancient god. The Abyss Order keeps setting their sights higher and higher.
Hey, I'm a JoJo. Thanks for the almost 3.5 years. I really appreciate you dropping the prime this way again. Good afternoon.
Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osile, just as they did Dvalin?
No. From the contents of the talisman, this operation goes one step further. They won't just corrupt Osile's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field tillers to completely transform Osile's body.
Is that even possible? So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic squid god of mass destruction?
That sounds less than ideal. The nicknames keep getting longer.
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Conria. Though, of course, the accuracy of that understanding itself is difficult to judge. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Conria. Despite being far from human, they seek out this lost human civilization quite persistently. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, attaching Osile's limbs to construct a mechanized god. And the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the Statue of the Seven is the eye of the very first field tiller.
The eye of the very first field tiller? Oh, Paimon gets it! All those Abyss mages are looking for the special eye, right?
Would you want the first one, Chip? They make it more powerful? Wouldn't it be just like the oldest model?
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically, it all has to do with that eerie Statue of the Seven we saw, right?
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiled statue, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back with this plan.
The first version was the only one with the simple backdoors. That would make sense. It hasn't been software patched like the newer ones.
Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue as the starting point for our investigation? Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway. Let's go to the cathedral first and ask around. Maybe we'll learn something.
The cathedral.
Huh? What's the matter, Dane?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
Hold the line.
They are kind of Gundam adjacent, aren't they? Although I guess people don't ride in them. Back over here.
A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a great deal of resources and energy to construct them. But how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift? And how much did he give back in return?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though. Does it?
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say anything bad about the Animo Archon. And actually, the Animo Archon is... never mind.
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral. I'll leave you two to mingle with the sisters.
Huh?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to poke into these affairs with their utmost trust. Having me tag along would only make them suspicious. Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something bad about the church at any time. When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never pretty. I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now, or in the future either. That's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order continues to act.
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves and ask around.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise we may have. Also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss usually doesn't end well for anyone.
Belief in the gods is always strange in settings where the gods walk among the people. I guess they're like praying for their blessing directly as opposed for like praying they exist. 'Cause they're not exactly running on faith. They can see, right? Oh, we're gonna talk to the sisters yet. We should change to our sister. Barb.
Honorary Knight. Hi, how have you been? Do you need anything today? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre to Hermel again, we cannot oblige.
We might have broken their lyre, chat.
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first field tiller?
What's that? Field tiller. What does it do?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven?
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago, barely anyone mentions it nowadays.
Her nose looks like it doesn't exist, chat.
A long time ago, there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared one night without a trace. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven.
Descriptive.
Of course!
Of course?
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any other strange stories? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside, it's for your own good.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the Tyrant's Final Fury? No, that's from another time. Probably unrelated.
The Tyrant's Final Fury?
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed Old Mondstadt, the place now known as Storm Terror's lair.
That was the old city. Okay.
Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached Old Mondstadt.
Balls of fire raining from the sky? How terrifying!
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the Tyrant's Final Fury. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its own. Right. Later, the theory of the Tyrant's Final Fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Common reasoning dictates that the god of storms wouldn't shoot fireballs. Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the Seven, but I just can't think of any other strange incidents that might be.
It's okay. Thanks anyway.
There's that pointless word, thank you, again. I can never get used to hearing it.
There's our gal, Chip.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
She's the faithless sister, Chip.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident?
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest among the wolves. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? As for what purpose, I can't say for certain. Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a move myself.
Then I will go as well.
Hey, Distortion. Thanks for hanging out for over 2 years. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good afternoon.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Right. We'll go give Master Jean a hand.
Oh, okay. If the honorary knight will be there, then... But please, everyone, be careful. May the Animal Archon protect you all. What should I get to take
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation? This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue. We should go as well.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they looking to do the same as they did with Dvalin? Not again!
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed, Andreas died long ago. Today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolvendom. The Abyss Herald
He's
may
a
just be
ghost wolf.
targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information from one of the Animo Archon's old companions.
There was a lot of... That's one of the places we searched earlier on this, the other Dane quest line.
The Abyss Order!
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
You can't run! Judgment!
Whew. There sure are a lot of enemies around here.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are. Fits the Abyss Order's style.
Yeah, let's go!
I'm not going any further.
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
It has nothing
Probably
to do with
not
wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the Seven. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire any interaction with him. Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable. I have no problem interacting with people, but interacting with gods, that's a different story. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. Always be on your guard when around gods.
Song
You
did make us
shouldn't
pay
place too
for a
much
lot of
trust
stuff.
in them. But at the same time, don't go too far in the opposite direction. Don't go trying to overthrow them or hunt them down, even if the god in question is your sworn enemy.
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice. Does Dane hate the Seven, or is he protecting them?
Lest I repeat the failings of my forebears, I will tell you one final fact.
Huh? What fact?
The destruction of the nation of Canria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven. Well,
Are they the leftovers from
enough
there?
chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order members in the area. Try and keep your visit with Boreas brief. Afterward, let's meet at the entrance to Wolvendom.
There he goes.
Are they
Strange man.
people that were destroyed by the gods, chat?
Yeah, that's true. You also keep your guard up against unfamiliar gods. At the Rite of Dissension in Liyue, your decision was very similar to what Dane would do. Not the easiest situation.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! So glad we found you. Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we came to help.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. They have surrounded Wolvendom. I am preparing to send out some knights to fight back. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not see you. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after Boreas. But the Abyss Order and Boreas... What is the connection between them?
They just like to cause trouble. Do they really need a reason? The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go after another one of the Animal Archon's buddies.
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is clear or not, I will handle the situation. Honorary Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas is in any danger. This god's spirit... He does not often see people, but I hear that you have met him before. Maybe it is best that you are also the one to meet him this time. Okay, be careful. Thank you for your help, Honorary Knight of Favonius.
The nice thing about Ganyu, as I've tried to use her charge shots more, chat, is when you miss a little bit, they explode. So you don't have to hit perfectly with her, which is lovely. Oh, hey, those explode. It is 20 after 3. I probably need to actually break here for the day. Someone dropping by the house to pick something up at 3:30 that I need to no longer be live for. We are not going to be doing Genshin in the afternoons for the rest of the week. I'm going to be off Thursday again, and we're going to do Marvel Snap on Wednesday and Friday this week is my plan. In addition to tonight, if you're a Snap fan over on the YouTube side, we're going to do some Snap. Is anybody new that dropped in and wants to follow along with my entire story playthrough? I'm doing all of the story bits for my Genshin playthrough up on my YouTube channel. There's a playlist up there now. This will be segment 10 in there. Are we close? I gotta be done in 10 minutes. I don't want to like cut off in the middle of him talking, so I think I gotta call it here and leave waiting. Not that close. Yeah. So we'll pick up with our story playthrough on Monday, and I'll continue grinding my dailies. We'll have a new battle pass when the patch drops tonight, right? Is my understanding. We'll get a new BP, and then the Venti and the other banners will roll over. I don't think I'm rolling any on these. I'm pretty happy with my lineup. I don't think I want Venti on anything, but we're slowly grinding all of our numbers bigger. I've got all of our talents on her to 4, and these to 4, and she's at 4/7 because of her constellations. And then we'll eventually be able to get her up there. The fact that she's stuck at 40 is a little annoying. Diluc's up to 4. I need to farm some books for Diona at some point, and Tim, he's got constellations, so he's got some numbers, but we can put his up some more too. All right, coolio chat. I will catch all y'all around later. Hopefully some of you tonight for some Snap, and if not, back tomorrow for some Magic Arena and Snap. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, folks.